And now here's one of the specific reasons we are all here. Hunger across America is something we are all worrying about. Here's Paul Rudd to show us there is something you can do to help.
When I'm hungry, I try to not think about eating, or else it's going to make me more hungry. When I'm hungry, I feel scared because sometimes we don't have enough food for our family. When I go to bed and I haven't eaten any food, I always push my tummy.
So here's the thing. The children you just saw were filmed over 2 years ago. The point is, that was before the coronavirus became a pandemic, and before millions lost their jobs, and before tens of thousands lost their lives. Back then, and up until just a few months ago, many American children simply were not getting enough food to eat. And that was then.
50% of our students are below the poverty line. So when they're here in the building, we know they're being fed. But when they go home for the weekend, they don't always know where their next meal is going to come from.
What I found out was that some kids were completely relying on schools to get fed. And your donations were helping get food for them to take home to cover weekends and holidays when schools were shut. Without that help, some would have had very little food at all.
So we have kids coming in, they're hungry. Sometimes it's not obvious. Everything looks right, and then it isn't. So a little fellow's looking you right in the eye and telling you, I didn't eat, and I'm hungry. Breaks your heart.
Sometimes when I go to bed, I say, Mom, I'm hungry. She's like, I can't feed you if I have nothing in the cupboard.
Many of our kids, if they don't have access to food through school, they don't have anything. Even on the weekends, we provide them with backpacks, and these are just little bags that they can take home so that when they're not at Boys and Girls Clubs, they still have access to some type of complete meal.
As of today, for millions of children in the U.S., school buildings have been closed for months. What's worse, schools being closed means many kids are also losing out on critical access to food. That's where you come in today. Because of the strength and dedication of all our partners, they've been able to pivot their support to still reach those kids with food. That goes for preschool programs too, like the amazing EduCare program that has centers across the country, including in Kansas City, just 10 miles from where I grew up. Closed, but again, able to get food to little ones in this time of crisis. We rely on so many wonderful partners to use your donations to help those most at risk. Boys and Girls Club of America, Ounce of Prevention, Feeding America, Save the Children, and more. School buildings are closed, but the relief goes on. In every single state across the country, you can help us keep kids from going to bed hungry.
If it was my child and you knew they needed help, I expect you to step up, and I'd do the same for you.
Oh my goodness. I love these children. These are my babies.
Just $10 can feed an out-of-school child for a whole day. Please, if you can, give now. Anything will make a real difference. Please call 1-800-500-4373 or go to rednoseday.org and give what you can. Thank you.